I took their cheapest golf clubs to secretly review them. If I could give 0 for a golf club, I love this YouTube channel. I went over to my friends at Replay Golf and had a video idea. Go online, see what is listed in each category: driver, fairway wood, irons, putter, wedges, and whatever is the cheapest is exactly what I have put in my golf bag to go and play on a beautiful Saturday morning. Now you're gonna watch a man play golf down a par 5 that he's played more times than any other par 5 in the world, and scores have always varied. He's also playing with 4 clubs that he's never hit before, doesn't suit him, are so old, battered, bruised that they've been sitting probably in that Replay Golf shop for an incredibly long time. Bit that sums up golf to a T is the fact I just made birdie with all 4 of those clubs. Now, whilst you are observing my sexy looking golf swing up that par 5, you might also notice an equally sexy pair of shoes on my feet. And when Just Golf approached me saying, Simon, we want to pay you to promote an affordable shoe that you've basically been wearing over the last 3 years throughout your professional teaching, coaching and playing career, and not only that, we want to offer it at a cheaper price than anywhere else online, including delivery, I thought, all right then. And I waived all commission from the sales of the shoes, as I don't necessarily want the incentive to push the product on you, but I did get paid £250 to have this little link in the video. Thank you to Just Golf, thank you for you guys watching. And as I say, I've been using these affordable waterproof shoes for years, so the fact that they're paying me to promote them, and not only that, I've got a free pair of golf shoes. Winning. Now I have to say, I'd loved hunting around Replay Golf trying to find these cheapest items, and I started at the top of the bag. $34.95 Cleveland Launcher 460, and there's some absolute gems in this bag. This, however, isn't one of them. I'm not saying it doesn't serve a purpose, but just the sound alone will put you off in terms of using this driver. That being said, I did absolutely smack it 260 down the middle on that par 5, but in doing so, every man, dog and woman knew that I was using the titanium Cleveland Launcher 460 because it pierced eardrums from a mile away. The value for money, however, I'm going to rate this club 5 out of 10, because if you're starting the game, $34.95 for a 45-inch driver that just gets the ball up in the air, quite spinny, quite forgiving, it's going to get you out on the golf course. Now, to complement the driver, and to be honest, the best shot that I've probably hit to this point, Steelhead Plus 5 wood. This has got a ladies flex shaft, $29.95, and the bit that I love about this fairway wood and design is that it just merges into the ground. This is essentially just a hybrid with a long shaft, and it's super easy to hit even though it's so old. The thing that I have against newer day hybrids and fairway woods is that they're just so designed for being teed up off the tee, opposed to actually getting you off the ground in the fairway. High launching, high spinning. Absolutely nutted this first try from the fairway, and $29.95, I'm going to give this club an 8 out of 10 for value for money for you guys that are looking for a bit of help off the fairway but don't want to spend a fortune. Now, if I was sitting on a chair for the meat of the bag, I would have fallen off it. I couldn't believe this iron set was the cheapest that Replay had, and I could not be happier, as it's very similar to the set of irons that I started playing golf with. TaylorMade RAC irons, 109 pounds, 6 to sand wedge. This is the epitome of a great beginner iron set. Big name brand, TaylorMade, durable, and it just helps promote that launch. It gives you that forgiveness. The control aspect definitely goes out the window, but let's be honest, when you're starting the game, you're not looking to flight it. You're not looking to hit soft phase. You're not looking to hit high draws. You're looking to get it up and around the green. And I have to say, value for money, £109 for 6 to sand wedge is almost market value on the second-hand market. Therefore, I'm close to giving, which I don't think any clubs can be, a 10 out of 10. But I'm going to give this a 9.1 out of 10 in terms of value for money. And if you're starting the game or you know someone that's starting, I heavily recommend these RAC irons. Now, if I could give 0 for a golf club, Okay, let me tell you why this club's in the bag. Originally, I wanted a hybrid, Strixon AD something for $29.95. Same price as this club, but I couldn't find it. And when I saw this in the wild, I thought I had to get it out. I had to try it because this is potentially an example of when it kind of went wrong. The prototypes, the idea of square heads back in the day, and this was expensive. I mean, I dread to think what some people paid for this, but the way it sits on the ground, the aesthetics, the sound, how much you have to lean the club forward to actually square it off towards the fairway, there's so many better alternatives, just like the Steel Head Plus that I showed you earlier. However, there's going to be some of you that have this in the bag going, Simon, the best club I ever had. And to be fair, that's good. I still was able to hit this straight down the middle. I didn't even see it because it's straight into the sun, but somehow made the middle of the fairway. So I can't give it a 0 because it does serve a purpose, even though there's better alternatives. We're going to give it a strong, solid 2 out of 10. So the hunt was on for the wedges. I found the cheapest wedge at the bottom, which was a Wilson Staff lob wedge. Very, very sharp. And that's one of the things that I find with some of the older lob wedges back in the day, is that very little bounce, very sharp first shot. And like today, now we've had a bit of rain on the ground, it doesn't boost the confidence if you've got a bit of a thinning or fatting element in your wedge game. That being said, great training aid, and something that I recommend after playing today is if you've got an old set of clubs in the shed, if you've got your grandfather's set, go out and play with them. Go and play with some stuff that was built to last but hasn't necessarily got to the forgiving stage of the manufacturing period, because if you can go and play like I have today, surprise yourself exactly how much you don't necessarily need all the new technology to enjoy or play a good game of golf. Wilson Staff lob wedge, I'm gonna rank 5 out of 10 because again, at £30, $29.95, I think there's better alternatives, just like we have here. TaylorMade TP 52 degree wedge. I can spin this thing as well as any other wedge out on the market, and one thing that I've noticed from Replay Golf is that a lot of their clubs, the older ones, have pretty much new grips, and I'm not too sure, I have to speak to the boys, is that if they get an old club like that Callaway FTI there or this TaylorMade TP wedge, do they just go and put old grips that they've just had in the back there? Because it makes such a difference. If you find a £30 wedge with decent grooves like this one and a decent grip, trust me, you're not missing out on much if you've got the right loft for your game. 8 out of 10 for price, value and grooves. And if you can pick a full set of wedges for around £90 that look as good as this, well, you're laughing. I'm just gonna let you watch this clip. I think we finished level, which is absolutely outrageous. 2 birdies throughout that period of 6 holes or so. Putter at the end. One of the most expensive clubs at the bag as well. $44.95 with a nice little super stroke grip. And I could rank this putter 2 out of 10, or I could rank it 10 out of 10. It's almost impossible to give it a rating because it's all about the user. Is it the right length? Have you got the right grip? Have you got the right head design? And you guys have probably got a £30 putter that will absolutely smash any £500 Scotty Cameron that is out there on the market. Now, I struck those irons beautifully out today, even though they're the wrong shaft and flex. And if you want to learn how to strike your irons better and maybe not upgrade to that new expensive set just yet, please go and watch this video up here on the right hand side, and it'll tell you everything you need to know.